The Most High is going around. He got a list. You know how they say with Santa Claus, he's making a list and he's checking it twice. He's making a list to see if they naughty or nice. And your enemies have been very naughty. They ain't been right since they saw you come up. They ain't been right since they seen you. But I'm telling you now, a lot of you, your enemies were really inspired by your growth. They were inspired by you from the beginning. It was all that they saw on their timeline. It was all that they saw at work. It was all that they saw at church, at your home, because all they did was talk about you because you're a chosen one. You was something about you. But see, it's always that one that's going to come in and try to spoil the bunch, okay? And many of them have been spoiled because it is one person. You have people talking behind your back, telling them things about you that ain't true, saying that you're a witch, saying that you're the warlock, that you're the one who's out here performing witchcraft. I said this the other day. You got to let some of these people go because they're not really for you. They can act like it all they want to, but their actions are not showing. See, the actions got to show up when it comes to us. We got to be able to see that you actively supporting this, that you're actively there for us. But if it's not, and you're all barking no bite, you're not doing what you're saying you're gonna do, we don't want to hear nothing about it. You just make sure you're speaking with dominion. Speak that power, baby. You got to tell that thing to go. They not welcome here. Type in the comments, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome here, because what they gonna do is try to stop what your business is doing. They're gonna try to block your growth. They're gonna try to block your children's growth. They're gonna try to block your spouse's growth. They're going to try to block you from having a home, blocking you from having a car. I'm telling y'all, see, the things that they try to go after is physical. It's like, it's nothing but materialistic things, because this is all they see. And see, they don't understand that the soul that we have, because we still have our soul. Do you hear me? The soul that we have is our riches in glory. See, you got this group, and I've been talking about this group of five. This group of five that's working against you with the warlock, witches, whatever. And they've been warned. You can either stop or you want to fall. Whichever one. Of course, you know they chose the foolish route. Of course, you know they didn't go the route that God wants them to go to. So he just waiting on his timing. Like, God's timing is not like our timing. So when you wonder, why are your enemies still prospering? Why are your enemies able to still stalk you? Why are your enemies able to still be there at that workplace? Because God is coming in at the perfect time. It's like a sneak attack. Because your enemies don't understand that I am source. See, you're connected to the source, the creator, the one that created them. So what now? Nothing. It ain't nothing they can do. Nothing they can do. So all the people that came against you to attack you in every way, every corner, every side, the back, the front, they did it. And they formed groups. The groups that they form are falling apart. They could never, ever come against you the way that they thought they could. So hear me when I say this. You are a divine chosen one. You've been chosen to walk this purpose, to walk down in this faith with God. You were chosen for such a time as this, so that when these enemies attack the chosen ones, that you will be the one to step in while God is using you to show just how powerful God really is. See, they think the devil is powerful. Not against God. The war has already been won. They didn't understand that just because they were attacking you by yourself, that you had an army of angels standing with you. And like I said, if God be for you, who can be against you? They can't stop you, block you, break you, nor shake you. You will never be stopped or hindered for too long. Like I said, you may have felt some of the things that will happen. You may have felt some hindrances, but it won't happen for too long. Because right at the moment, you felt like God wasn't coming through it. You felt like your enemies actually came against you and won. He's going to show you that, baby, listen, I got you. That job, I'm giving you a new one. Them bills, they shall be paid. That rent, that mortgage, it is paid in full. You gonna look around and not understand how things got done the way that they were. Because these folks on the outside looking in, they're thinking that you have failed. Thinking that they succeeded against you. The nerve. They thought they could. They thought they won. They looked around and thought from the outside looking in, but they didn't understand on the inside. God was doing a work in the spirit. He was already moving around in the spirit. He already sent his angels. He sent his angels to interfere. There's another commercial. Listen, he sent his angels to interfere with what your enemies were doing. To send that attack back to the sender 100-fold. That every negative thing will be sent back to the sender. You didn't have to do too much. That's the thing about it. The chosen ones don't have to do too much. You just chose to keep going and following God and walking on your path and your purpose. And just as you've done that, he's like, baby, I got you. Don't even, you know what? You can walk on through there, go on through there. Even though you're going to walk through there, through the valley of the shadow of death, you don't feel no evil because I'm with you. Go on and go through there. They think they got you. I'm going to let them think you by yourself on that valley, in that valley. I'm going to let them think that you by yourself. I'm going to let you think that. But I'm with you. I'm your rod, your staff, your comforter. I got you. And baby, he ain't gonna let none of this keep going. And I love that this really excites me because God really allows your enemies to think that they got you because they're seeing you walking alone in that valley by yourself, but they didn't understand that God was with you. Woo! Jesus. Thank you, Lord. They didn't understand it just because it was just you, because you done cut all your family members off. You done cut all the people off. You don't understand why people acting crazy. You done cut them off and you just stopped talking to them. They thought you were by yourself, but they didn't understand that God was with you and God is with you. And you shall fear no evil. Don't fear no evil person. These warlocks and these witches and this group of people, you shall not fear any of them because they can't do too much. They can't do too much. All they can do is sit and look on the outside looking in, and God sometimes allowed them to look and see, to think that they won, but they didn't. To think that what they did was very effective, but that it wasn't. Like I said, they've been warned. They've been condemned by God himself. They are condemned. They chose the wrong route, and y'all gonna be surprised at who it was, y'all. I'm telling you, you're gonna be so surprised at who it is. Because sometimes it's even people that are younger than you that's out here doing shit. They done learned this new stuff. Sometimes it's the people like your children, your family, your mother, your father. It just be so wild at that point because you be thinking these folks really for you. You be out here taking care of these people like, baby, I'll pay for this, I'll pay for that. I'll take you here, I'll take you there. You trying to do the good will of God. You trying to do good things. But they out here scheming and scamming around you. And then laughing in your face because what it looks like to them looking at you is that you failed, that you don't have nothing, that you're by yourself, that you're alone, that people don't like you. That's what it looks like on the outside, but they didn't understand that God was doing a good work. God's doing a new thing. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do what they did. Sneaky. That he didn't have to do all that. Baby, God already got you underneath his wings. Because they that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You underneath that shadow, baby. He walking with you. Your family ain't shit. Excuse my French. Your friends that came against you ain't nothing. Them folks at that church hurt you ain't nothing. They not really for God. These folks really ain't never been for God. They were all about materialistic things. They were all about coming against the chosen ones. It was all about shutting you up when you told the truth. But God is saying, I'm a God of miracles. I'm a God of love and hope. I'm a God that keeps you protected. I'm a God that will give you that physical healing that you need. But not only the physical, the spiritual healing that you need. The mental healing. I'm a God that shows up when you need me the most. I'm a God that shows up on time. Because he's an on-time God. He's saying that he will never leave you. I told y'all. He's always there. He's saying that I will live through you. When your enemies try to shut you up, I will speak through you. I will give you the very words to say. So what you... It ain't no way that these folks can come against you and attack you and win. God already warned them. And the warning has been done. The warning has been sent. I'm telling y'all. God got you. And I keep telling them, stop playing with the chosen ones. Period.